If you own a riding mower, I'm about to tell you about 20 tools that you absolutely need to help you maintain that mower. What's up guys? This is Brent with Western Equipment, and if you happen to find value in this video or you like this video, we just ask you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as that helps me out, lets me know that I'm doing a good job. So the 20 tools that you absolutely need to take care of your mower, let's kick things off with number one, and that is going to be a drain pan. Now I like this drain pan specifically because it is just the right size. Most of your mowers are going to hold 2 quarts of oil, so you are going to have plenty of capacity with this specific drain pan right here. You can see there the brand label on that. We actually keep this on our site on 247parts.com. But some things that I like about it is the easy drain here at the front, where you can easily dump that into a 5-gallon bucket. And then it also has a rack right here on the back for that oil filter, so you're not having to drop that down into the pan and make a big mess. Number two, going right along with our drain pan, is going to be funnels. Now, some of you may be steady-hand enough that you think you don't need a funnel, so that you can just dump that oil right into the fill, and that's fine, but I prefer to not make a mess, and I think most of you would too, so I would definitely have some funnels on hand to make that oil change a lot cleaner process. Number three, and going right along with our oil change theme here to start, is going to be filter wrenches. Now I would suggest for a riding mower having these 2 styles of filter wrenches. One is going to be that nylon strap style filter wrench, and the other will be the cap style. It's going to fit most of your lawnmower filters here. Once again, we have both of these on 247parts.com if you need them. Now, why I suggest these 2, like I said, with the cap style, it's going to fit most of your filters, and the strap style is going to be there as a backup in case you get in those tough situations that are a little bit harder to get to. Number 4 is going to be a tire gauge. Now, whether you go with a battery powered or a pencil style or inflator / tire gauge that hooks up to your air compressor, whichever one, just you definitely need a tire gauge, because this is crucial in making sure that the levelness of your deck and the cut of your mower is right, making sure that we have those tires inflated and that we're maintaining those at all times. Number 5, we're going to be diving into the toolbox now, and first thing that we have is going to be a spark plug gap gauge. Now you can find these, they're super cheap. You can find them at almost all of your auto parts stores, maybe your home and ranch stores, but these are very, very important to have, as you need to make sure and be checking the specs for the gap of your spark plugs whenever you're doing that change on your mower. Number 6 is going to be spark plug sockets. These are going to be specific sockets that are made for changing spark plugs, and what makes them different from a normal socket is that if you look right down inside there, you're going to see a rubber isolator on the inside of both of these, and that is going to be a protective mechanism inside there to make sure and hold onto that spark plug to help you whenever you're changing that plug, and also protect that spark plug when you're doing that change. Now, typically you're going to need 2 different sizes. One is going to be a 5/8, the other is going to be a 13/16, and this should cover all mowers that you'll be working with. Number 7 and number 8 are going to go kind of hand in hand here. Number 7 is going to be a 3/8 ratchet, and number 8 is going to be a full set of metric and standard 3/8 sockets, and I would make sure to get these that go all the way on the metric side from 6mm up to 19mm, and on your standard size from 5/16 to 7/8. Number 9 is also going to go with 7 and 8. What we're looking at is a full set of metric and standard wrenches. I would be looking for a set from 7mm all the way up to 32 on your metrics, and from 3/8 all the way up to 1 1/4 on your standard. Now, you may not have to go up as high as some of these go, but typically this is what you're going to see in a set. So just to be safe, make sure you have the tools you need. These are the wrenches and sockets that I would suggest. Number 10 is going to be a torque wrench. Now, you don't necessarily have to have one as big as this. You don't have to have one half this size, as long as you are able to cover that torque spec that your blades call for. That's what we're mainly focused on here with the torque wrench, is making sure that we are able to torque our blades down when we're doing those changes, to make sure that we are in spec where we don't have those issues of them coming off and causing any damage. Number 11 is actually going to be 2 items, and I'll explain why. Number 11 is going to be a 1/2 inch ratchet and a set of sockets that go from 20 millimeter up to 26 millimeter. And the reason why I say that is because you're going to see a range of sizes on those blades, on the bolts or the nuts that hold those on. And a lot of times you're going to be in that range. Typically you're going to be at a 24, but I have seen them go up as high as 26. And I always suggest going 1/2 inch on this, and with your torque wrench going 1/2 inch, just to make sure that you have that extra strength whenever you're going to take these off and put them back on. And another thing that I'd point out is whenever we're looking at these 1/2 inch sockets, I would definitely always stick with a 6-point socket. Now, if you're not familiar with what I mean there, on a 6-point is, as you can see the difference here on the 3/8 socket, we've got all these notches on the inside. Here we only have 6. Here we have 12. So with the 6-point socket, we have a lot less chance of slipping and stripping those bolts or nuts. So always go with that 6-point just to keep yourself safe. Number 12 is going to be a 1/2 inch breakover bar. Now they make these in multiple different styles. I've got 2 different ones here, 2 different styles, one that's retractable, one that is just solid. The thing that I like about the solid one is the swiveling head here, but on the retractable one, I've also got an angle and it swivels as well here. But a 1/2 inch breakover bar to go along with those 1/2 inch sockets to make breaking loose those blade bolts is a must. Number 13 is going to be flashlights. Now I prefer rechargeable flashlights. That way whenever I'm done with them, I can put them right back on the charger. That way they're ready to go for the next time I need them. But a couple of things that I would definitely make sure that you get with these is make sure that you get a nice LED flashlight. I like to keep the ones that have a light bar on the side and then also a flashlight there on the top. Same thing here, I've got a couple of different sizes. This one is also gonna have that light bar on the side and then a light here at the top. But both of these are going to have magnets on them. And this is huge whenever we're talking about working on these mowers. We're able to stick these magnets in different places, make sure that we have light where we need it, so we're doing that work efficiently. Number 14, right here handy, right in the middle of my workspace, is pliers. And I keep multiple different kinds, but I would highly suggest you at least having a regular set of pliers and also a pair of needle nose pliers. As on these mowers, we're gonna have all kinds of clips and pins and things that we're gonna be pulling, taking off, and pliers are definitely a must. Now 15 and 16 kind of go together here, but they are 2 separate things. 15 is gonna be a magnetic tray. Now this is gonna be perfect for whenever you're working on the side of that mower and you have a bunch of little nuts and bolts and screws and things that you're taking off, to where you can simply just throw those in that magnetic tray. You're not gonna lose them, and then you can simply slap it up there on the side of the mower. So those are back ready and available and handy whenever you're going to put those back on. And number 16 is going to be a retractable magnet. As we know, one of the most frustrating things is whenever you drop a bolt or a nut or some type of metal tool, whatever it may be, while you're working on these machines, you're having to get up off the ground and go get it. Well, with this, you can be lazy. You can be able to reach that if it's gone quite a ways there, or if you're working above something and you drop a nut or a bolt or a tool or something down in a crevice that you can't get to, a retractable magnet, gotta have it. Number 17 is going to be one that should go without saying, but I must throw it out there, is going to be a grease gun and plenty of extra grease. As we know on these mowers, we're at least going to have 2 to 3 grease points that are going to be on the mower deck. And most mowers are gonna have grease points there on the front axle that we need to make sure that we're maintaining. This will greatly increase the life of that mower. So grease and a grease gun, grease and a grease gun, I cannot stress it enough. Number 18 is going to be a deck leveling gauge. And now I hear a lot of backlash on this. A lot of people just assuming that they can use a tape measure to do the leveling of their deck. But I would highly encourage and say it's a must-have to have a deck leveling gauge to make sure that you are measuring that blade tip to the ground on both sides, front to back, to make sure that you're getting the best cut possible on your mower. Number 19 is one that I just recently acquired that I wish I would have had 3 to 4 years ago whenever I started these videos. It would have saved me a lot of aches and pains, but that is going to be a floor/knee pad. Now, the thing that I like about this one is it's easily rolled up to where you can get it out of the way. and it can act as a knee pad, or you can roll this thing all the way out to where if you're laying underneath that mower, you can be out of the dirt and the grass, wherever you're working at, off the gravel. Here we've got concrete floors, so I can simply throw that down, and when I'm down on my knees working on this mower, I'm saving my knees a ton and saving me that pain. And number 20, this is one that I keep in bulk. It's actually 2 items, but it's going to be shop towels and hand cleaning / tool cleaning wipes. Now, as you can see, I keep the wipes by the bucket. I keep the towels here by the 200 count box, and I usually have 2 of these sitting on my counter. I actually need to get another one, but I cannot stress enough to you how important it is to have these 2 things around. You're gonna have messes, you're changing oil, you're greasing things up, you're going to have a mess. So to be able to clean those messes up and wipe things off, make sure to have those cleaning rags and those shop towels. Well, I hope this video helped you out. If it did, just make sure to hit that like button and give us a subscribe. If you need any parts for your John Deere mower, tractor, gator, compact construction equipment, make sure to check us out at 247parts.com. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, make sure to check out this cool video and this one. Buy your parts right up here and subscribe right here.